Hello friends, family, and internet strangers, Stephanie here, and today I'm doing a little bit of baking. This week has been absolutely crazy and I have not cooked a single meal. I've mainly been eating the leftovers from last week's sausage and pepper pasta. If you have not seen that, make sure you check that out. I will link it below, but it's been a lot of takeout this week. Today is my day off though, and I spent the whole morning cleaning, and while I was cleaning, I found some leftover Easter candy. I know it's June, but it's not bad yet, so I figured I'd bake something with it before it goes bad. I am making some chocolate chip Reese's cookies. First step for these cookies, take out some butter and an egg. I want these to be as close to room temperature as possible, and I want my butter nice and squishy. I am only doing a half batch of these cookies, so I'm using essentially the Nestle Toll House recipe, but with doing only half, I am having to change things a little bit with the proportions because not everything's split easily in half. So this is 1 1/4 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt that I'm mixing together. I'm also only using 1 stick of butter, 1 egg. Here's the part that did not compute pretty easily. I needed 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 3/4 of a cup of white sugar in the original recipe. 3/4 of a cup just doesn't cut in half in my brain at least. So I used 1/4 cup of brown sugar and half a cup of white sugar, mixed that together, and that made 3/4 of a cup total to be my half. I was only supposed to use half a teaspoon of vanilla if I was halving this recipe, but I used 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla because you can never have too much vanilla. Now I am just making sure that everything is combining properly of my wet ingredients. Then I'm going to add my egg and then slowly add in my dry ingredients. Once it looks like it's come together and formed a nice cookie dough, I take a taste to make sure there's enough salt. Thumbs up, it is good. Now I'm going to unwrap my candies and chop these up. I am using Reese's eggs that are left over from Easter. They are a little bit melted and deformed, just a bit, because they did melt and reform in the car when I drove cross country. Speaking of which, the final part of that cross-country road trip will be up, hopefully this week. I make no promises, though it might be next week, but I do have one part of that left. I wasn't sure how long these were going to take because I was doing this in my air fryer. My air fryer is also my oven, so why not? I started with 5 minutes, and then I switched which one was on which rack, did 5 more minutes, and at 10 minutes, these were perfect. Making a half batch of these made about 20 of these medium-sized cookies, and they are so tasty. I will leave in the description box below the halved recipe that I used, and I hope y'all try these. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you watched this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching!